Hey, this is Saflevavi from LickNRiff.com, and it's time for another viewer request. And this time, it's Love Story by Taylor Swift as arranged for fingerstyle guitar by none other than Sungha Jung, the whiz kid from Korea. This arrangement is awesome. It's so melodic and so exact. It's on the spot, and you'll really like it. Now first I'm going to demonstrate it, even though I'm sure that you've heard him play it already. And don't expect me to play it as well as he does. I'm here to teach it. He is here to play it. And after I demonstrate it, we'll go straight to the lesson and we'll learn it lick by lick. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done, exactly how to do this, and also some variations if you like to create your own interpretation of this. So first, let me demonstrate it, and then we're gonna jump right into the lesson and learn this so you can play it yourself. It goes like this. Okay, so this one is in D, and this is practically the 4-chord formula. It's D, B minor, G, and A. The 4-chord formula is just the root of the scale, the relative third, which is the B minor, the fourth, which is the G, and the fifth, which is the A. So this song really does utilize the 4-chord formula and just squeezes out every melodic option that there is to play in and on the chords. Now the melody is usually within the chords, and most of the notes in this song are just these ones. Okay? It's just these notes, with this one as an exception at the end of the first verse. So this is pretty easy, and let's begin with the intro. The intro is the only different thing about this song. You begin with D, but it's not actually a D, it's a D add 9. Now, it's a very unusual D add 9. It's this. Okay, it's a D add 9 over F sharp, if you want to get technical about it, because the F sharp is its bass note. So it's this. Now, what's the logic behind this chord? The logic behind this chord is that this is a D chord. If you take your finger off of the E string, then you get a D add 9 chord. And if you take your pinky off and just leave this on, then you've got a D add 9 over F sharp. Okay? But for all intents and purposes, let's call it D. Now, it's just this. Okay? It's just strings. 4, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. Got it? Okay, now remember this pattern. D string, G string, E, B, G, B. This pattern repeats itself throughout the intro, and also you can play it as a fill when there's no melody. We'll get to it later. So you play this twice. Okay, now Sungha Jung palm mutes the chord. Okay, you can either do it or not. It sounds good either way. Now, palm mute, if you don't know, is using this part of your hand, your palm, to mute the string. You just touch the strings right near the bridge, okay? Right here. And you can play it, just, it varies. You can move it, move it slightly into the strings, and then it will mute them even farther. Okay, and you can take them towards the bridge, and then they'll be partly muted, which is what you want to play here. Okay, so okay, second chord is A sus4, meaning that the only change is taking the F sharp 4 on the D string and taking it to E, which is 2. Okay, so it becomes this. Okay, it was this. Now from 4 to 2. Okay, then it's B minor add 11. Yeah, it's B minor add 11 over F sharp. Oh, by the way, the A sus4 was over E because you begin with the E note. I'm just getting technical because I'm here to teach and this is knowledge. So, okay, I'm just doing my job. B minor. If you take the bar off, you get B minor add 11 over F sharp, because again this is F sharp, so it's this. Okay, and you can call it B minor, okay, or B minor sus4, even though sus4 means that you replace the third, and add 11 means that there is the 4 and the third together within the chord. Okay, that's just the technical reference. And then you play this. Okay, which is the D over F sharp, only this time, instead of F sharp, there's a G. It's 5. So it's actually D sus4 add 9 over G. It's D sus4 add 9 over G. It's sus4 because of this. Let's try to play it. Okay. Okay. This is the sus4, and this is the add 9. So it's D sus4 add 9 over G because this is G. So you can just call it D sus4. Okay, now that we're mercifully done with this part, let's move on to the verse. The verse begins with this little lick. Okay, it's D sus2. Okay, you don't need to put the F sharp on, just have an open E string, and you play. The melody is. Okay, on the B string, it's 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, E string, 3 on B string again. Now, you can either play the bass one time, or you can just embellish using the bass and the G string as well. Okay? You don't have to play what Sungha Jung plays or what I play. You can make your own arrangement of this. You can interpret it to your own liking. And just, I'm going to teach you the basic melody, and I'm going to show you ways you can do it, okay? I'm not going to teach you Sungha Jung's exact version, even though you can understand his exact version from what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, you leave the D note, the 3 on the B string, on, and you change it into G, and then you do almost the same thing. And then, okay, it's the same line, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, E string 3, and then add 2, 3 on the B string. And then it's B minor. B minor add 11, because you have an open E string, and you play this. Okay, which is just the bass note with the G string. It's an octave. And then you play the pattern from the intro. And then it's this. Okay? It's 2 and 3. 3 and 2 actually. Okay, 3, 3, pull off to 2. Now, you can either play 4 on the G string or open B string. Okay, or whatever sounds good to you. If you're still on the B minor, you have no choice except playing the G string. Okay, and then it's G add 9. This is G add 9. It's the G. It's 3 on the E string and 2 on the G string. Okay, now be careful not to play the E string, because then it's G add 9 6 or G add 9 13, and this is not the chord. The chord is G add 9. So it's, you play the G string, 2 on the G string, and then the B string. And then you can fill it. You can fill it either way you want. You can play the pattern from the intro without the E string, so just take the whole pattern up a string. Okay? And then, again, D, G, B minor, and then the same line, only this time it ends on A sus2. Okay? Now you can slide into it. Okay? Just take this, back 2 strings. Now, the A sus2 can turn it into an A sus4 and play the intro pattern, but you don't have to. It sounds good as an A sus4 as well. Now the rest of the verse. Let's play the verse again. Okay, so D. Okay, open E string. G. Same thing. 3, 2, 3. B minor. Open E string. G. Add 9. Now, the same thing. A sus4, A sus2. Or you can turn it into an A sus4. Or just leave it as an A sus2. You decide. Just play whatever you want to play. If you want to play, you can even turn it into A, actually. Okay, you can do whatever you like. Even A sus4 to A works here because it's the 4-chord song. This is the 5th of the root of the chord. It's A, and A usually leads to D. So almost anything you do on A will sound good. Even A7 will work here because this is the 5th. It's the dominant chord. It's let me show you. You see, it was A sus4, then A7. You can do whatever you like with the A here. But the simple version is just to keep it as an A sus2. Now the rest of the verse, or the pre-chorus, as I like to refer to it. It's this. Okay, this is G again. And now you turn it into an A sus4. Now you can just put your first finger on the 3rd string on G, on the 2nd fret, and not pick the D string. Now if you don't pick the D string, if you don't pick it, then it's still A, because you don't need it. So you actually don't need full A sound here. You can just use the B and G strings as your harmony, okay, without the D string. So and then it's easier to play it than this, or okay, just squeezing all your fingers into the lick. Okay, so 3-3-3 on G, 3 again, and then A sus4. And it's 2-3, E string 3. Actually, it's an A sus4, but you begin on A for a millisecond. Okay, for a 16th note. It's A sus4, E string, the sus4 note again. Okay, now B minor. Okay, it's just the D note on the B minor chord, the 3 on the B string 4 times. Okay, after we're done with this, I'm going to show you how to incorporate the rhythm into it. Okay, the whole hitting the strings part. Let's just go through the melody first. So. And then it's it's D5 into D sus4 into D into D sus2. So it's D with 5, 3, 2, 0. Okay, that's the lick. So it's this one. It's first finger, second finger, pinky on 5, 3, D, D sus4, D sus2. This was D sus4. So D5, D sus4, D, D sus2. So again, B minor. Got it? It's a nice exercise on D as well. Okay, you can work on your D licks using this little lick. Then it's G again, only this time it's technically a G major 7 with a 2 on the E string and 3 on the D string. I say technically because it's G, the harmony is G, but you the melody uses the major 7 note. Okay, it's just 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 0, and you can use the B string and G strings as a harmony. And then it's the same lick with A sus4. Okay. You do 2 0 2 0 3 on the B string, or 2 0 0 B string. Again, this is an instrumental version, so you don't have to follow the lyrics exactly. It's important to have the sense of the original melody, but you can play with it, you can embellish it, you can also do this. Okay? Okay, it doesn't matter, you can embellish, you can hammer on, pull off, slide. Just do whatever sounds good to your ear. Okay, Sungha Jung plays what sounds good to him, I play what sounds good to me, and you should play what sounds good to you and make your own version of this. Everything you learn on the guitar, try to make it your own, try to turn it into your own version. That's actually the best way to learn and to develop your ear. So that's why I'm encouraging you to do it. Okay, so G, A sus4. Now it's 3 on the E string and right into a B minor. It's 3 2 on the E string. That's the melody. Okay, and then just fill it any way you want. Okay, the fill doesn't matter. It's just picking the chord. You can pick the chord with the original pattern. If it works. So now we're getting to the chorus. Before we get to the chorus, let's go over the pre-chorus again. G, A, B minor, D, 5 4 3 2. Okay, G, major 7, A, 3 BM. Now the chorus. D. Okay, you begin with it actually begins with a D sus4. So prepare the pinky. Okay, it's again 3 2 0 on the E string. So it's B string twice, 3 2 0 on the E string, and then which is B string, B string, E string, B string, 2 on the E string, B string, open E string again. Got it? Again, slowly. Okay, it's a nice lick. It's kind of a classical lick, even. So, whole lick. Then the same thing on a sus4, meaning that you don't have to change anything except for the bass string, and be careful not to pick the D string. Okay, there's a small change at the beginning. It's just B string twice, and then it's 0 2 0 on the B string, and then it's the same lick. Okay, the same second half of the lick. Got it? Slowly. and then it's B minor, and it's actually kind of the same again. So you will use your barring finger as, I don't know, as a lever. Okay, it's just this twice. Okay? And then it's G. It's the same line. This time using the G major 7 again. And then A sus4. Okay, it's just 2 0 2 0 2 0. Nope, 2 0 2 0 2 on the E string. And then this. You mute the strings for a millisecond and then pick this. It's D. It's just D. And you pick the G and B strings. And then you play the intro pattern on D sus2 and you begin all over again. So G, A sus4. Okay, A sus4, mute. Okay, remember to mute. Okay, you don't want any bass going on. Okay, this is actually quite a brilliant move by the production of the song. The producer of the song chose to mute the entire band and just have Taylor Swift say yes alone, and the whole music stops and she says yes and the music comes back. This is the best moment of the song in my opinion, because it's a brilliant production decision to just stop the whole song for a second. It's a really strong production idea. So you want to copy that on the guitar, so you just mute everything for a second, okay? And you play this really, really, really silently. As silent as you can. It's just a delicate, okay? It's not, it's this. So and then you begin again. Okay, now before we move on to show you how, no, let's go over the chorus again, and then I'm going to show you how to incorporate the string hits. So D sus4. A sus4. You don't change anything, just the bass string. B minor. Taking the bar off, putting it back on. G. Okay, it's the same line throughout the chorus. And then A sus4. Mute. D. And then goes back around. Now, before we go hitting the strings and incorporating a rhythm into this, I just want to remind you that after watching this, you can subscribe to my channel and keep updated with all the new lessons. I upload a new lesson every couple of days or so. And also, there are a lot of lessons already on the channel, so just keep updated, click subscribe, and add yourself to the LickNRiff community. You can send me requests as well. I read everything and I add everything to the huge list of requests. This was a request as well. You can go to the website and download the tab to have it on your computer or print it out, so you can have the tab as a reference to learn it whenever you want to. And while you're there, if you want to give something back, you can donate something and help LickNRiff produce more lessons and help me make everything I want to teach you. So any donation is acceptable. I would be very grateful for anything you donate and what you choose to give back for these lessons. So now let's move on to the rhythm part. Now the intro, I already showed you the palm mute. Okay, and then on the first time around, you play the verse quietly. Okay, you can also always harmonize with. I always harmonize with the string above the melody note. That's my type of harmonization. Okay, and then but you can make a thin version and play just the melody and the bass notes. Sounds good as well. Okay. A thin version works as well. You don't have to bombard the ear with notes all the time. Okay. Just the beginning should be delicate. It should be quiet. And then when you add the rhythm into it, usually you hit on the 2 and the 4. Okay, it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you have to hear the rhythm in your head. Okay, you have to have a sense of the bar, of where the bar begins and where it ends. So on 1 and 3, you play bass notes, and on 2 and 4, you hit. So, okay, I'm exaggerating with the hit on purpose. Okay, and this is a good song to practice this technique on, because most of the melody is on the 1 and the 3. Okay, it's and the offbeat is without a melodic line. So so it's good to practice this with this song, because what do you do when you have to pick a note and it's 2 or 4? You just hit the rest of the strings. You hit the bass strings like this. Okay, you hit and pick at the same time. Okay, it takes some work. Okay, work on it. Usually you hit on the 2 and the 4. That's the rule for this. You can create your own technique for hitting the strings, but that's the basic one. That's the one to use on this song. So A, B minor, see? It can be a little confusing at first, but again, the secret to pulling this off is to hear the beat in your head. The secret to pulling anything off actually on fingerstyle is to hear the song in your head while you're playing, because you don't want to play like a robot. You don't want otherwise the song will feel as if you're reading it from a page. You have to feel the music. You have to hear it in your head, and if you hear it in your head, the song will play itself. You know that quote by Bach when he said, music is not difficult. You just put your fingers on the keys and the music practically plays itself. Now everybody jokes about that quote, but he's right, because what he meant was music is first and foremost inside your head. So if you can't hear it, you can't play it. That's the rule. When you see a guitar player plays something and it doesn't sound good, then he's not using his ears. He's using his hands. And music is first and foremost inside your ears. So you have to hear the beat. Okay? Just work on it. If you want a technical exercise, just choose a chord, play bass note, bass note, bass note, bass note. Then add the rest of the chord. Okay? And then play bass chord hit. Bass chord hit. Okay? Then just try to confuse yourself. Invent a rhythm and try to incorporate the hits inside it. Okay, that's the best I can do within the confines of this lesson, because this lesson is for Love Story by Taylor Swift as arranged by Sungha Jung, and not a rhythm lesson. So I hope that this lesson helped you and that you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'll see you the next lesson. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and go download the tab and get it under your fingers. Make your own arrangement of this, okay? Play what you want to play, not what somebody else plays. The world doesn't need another Sungha Jung, okay? Sungha Jung plays what Sungha Jung plays. You will play what you want to play. Okay? Create your own interpretation. Or not. You don't have to listen to me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.